There is a saying that if you're upset about something and you type out an email, to read it twice, then delete it. That's what this is about, sort of.
That's terrifying.
So for people that don't know, I'm a safety guy. So my job is to make sure that people stay safe and that our company doesn't get any OSHA fines, and we have to make sure that we do stuff by the book as best as you can anyways, I guess. Now that I'm on the contractor side, I have to be more flexible because you can't always afford to do stuff correctly. And when I mean afford, I mean financially afford to do it correctly, or can't afford because you're worried about losing your customer, I guess. So I was at this job site and I had seen stop. I got suckered into it again. So I started talking about what some of the problems were. Even I now am unsure if I can speak my mind without losing my job. So I am now also a victim of making sure that your speech, while it can be free, but you can also be free of your employer. So in other words, if you are not employed and you don't own a business, in other words, if you really don't have any responsibility whatsoever, you can say whatever you want, because then you don't have anybody going after you. So I kind of got suckered in it again. On the previous, I cut into this, I went on a 10-minute rant, if you will, and found myself talking about what had happened. And even though I didn't say any company names or even what state I was in, it could come back to haunt me. So, Rogue, you need to shut your mouth, mind your own effing business, and do the best you can about keeping people safe, because it doesn't matter who people are. We all bleed the same color, and I just don't want to see any more blood or any more death, which I have seen enough of, because I was a firefighter medic for many years. I've dealt with death, blood, missing limbs, young people, old people, burned up people, I won't get into any more details. But anyways, had my fair share and don't care to see any. So I truly believe in safety, and I want to make sure that everybody gets to go home, spend their money, and the companies that I work for or with, they don't get fined by state or federal regulations. So it is very difficult for me, even while I'm on vacation, it is very difficult for me to see somebody doing something wrong that endangers their life or someone else's and not say anything. It is extremely difficult. Now, granted, if you try to, if you don't even know who these people are, and you walk up to them and say, hey, you know what? I see you working at a height and you don't have any kind of fall restraint or fall protection or anything. Don't, so you don't fall and bust your skull all over the sidewalk, why don't you just go buy a harness and tie off to something, to keep you from dying? And they can tell you to FO and mind your own business and stuff like that. And there's people that's like that. And I get it. It is what it is. But there's really some people that just don't want to hear what you have to say, even if it's in their best interest. So, I don't know. See something, say something? No. Guess you don't need to say anything anymore. Nowadays, false accusations go a long ways. That's all I can say. And God help you if you say the wrong thing. You could lose your business, you could lose your job, lose your livelihood, lose your family, vehicles, material things I don't really care about. Personal things I do. Some cases, some people are willing to stand up to their accusers. Doesn't matter the money, it's the principle. And it is sometimes hard to idly stand by while somebody is smearing your good name. Very difficult. It's like when somebody calls you a liar and you're not, and you get defensive and you get pretty pissed off about it. But nowadays it does not seem to matter. If you don't believe me, look at Portland, look at some of these other big cities. Somebody said that some of these knuckleheads are tearing down. There was a statue of a deer. I didn't get to see it, but just like they say, believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. I don't know how else to say it. Educate yourself. Do not believe everything that you see on TV, especially people who work for the government. They are in it for themselves, and you should be too. Well, hopefully having this little monologue gets you to think as well. If you have an important job that you need to do, just please make sure that you think twice about what you're going to say and then erase it. Sometimes it's very difficult. You raise your whole life to stand up for what is right, believe in justice, and make sure that you honor those who are trying to do their best. These times are changing, my friends. Trying to do the right thing, trying to do justice can get you in a lot of trouble where you lose everything. So keep that in mind. Thanks for watching Rogue M4. Remember, Rogue, gotta keep your mouth shut. So, have a good day.